What you need to know about mast cell triggers and your ERISA disability insurance claim. There's no two ways about it. Disability carriers or plans just don't like mast cell disease claims. And one of the reasons that they may dispute the claim is that they don't understand the disease. They don't understand the triggers. They don't understand the symptoms. And they think that you can control your exposure, control your triggers, control your body's reactions, and that you certainly can work when you're not being triggered. I think that another problem is that triggers change over time, and even medications can be triggers, and they don't get that. But let's talk about triggers, because I have problems with mast cell disease. So what are the common things that carriers don't understand? Number one, environmental triggers. That can include sudden changes in temperatures, strong smells, odors, fragrances, that's me, like aftershave or perfume, even laundry detergents and fabric softeners. Mold is another trigger. Insect venom, like ants, spiders, or wasps, me. Heavy metals, sunlight, food and beverages can be triggers. Now, medications can also be triggers, including antibiotics, vancomycin, opioids, nonsteroidals, and injection or blocking agents used for neuromuscular issues. Aspirin can be a trigger. There can be pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, parasites, infections caused by mycotoxins from mold, and even stress. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the emotional and physical and social triggers, but nonetheless, that's quite a laundry list, isn't it? You should be documenting your triggers in your medical records and on your activity of daily living forms. Also, you should be documenting what's the triggering agent, what your response was, and how you try to control it. Now, I'm highly allergic to perfumes, body washes, soaps, and detergents. When I'm exposed, I lose my voice, and I lose it in seconds, and I can't talk for hours, and I have a blinding headache for hours. Worse yet, I get palpitations, shortness of breath, my throat closes, and I think I'm going to die. My clients are told and reminded not to come to my office with any of those triggers. That's even in deposition notices, court notices. I have it in bold even outside of my office door, because I can't practice if I can't breathe and I can't talk. Now, let's take that as an example, because I've had to stop depositions. I've had to stop trials because of my reactions. If my symptoms got to the point where I was having this reaction all the time, I wouldn't be able to practice law. And I would be documenting the environmental agents, my reactions, my attempts to control the environment. I would have video of my reactions. I would have statement from clients, statement from fellow attorneys, statements from judges. And so you need to understand that environmental triggers can be a cause of an ERISA disability claim. But in my opinion, they have to be well documented in your medical records. You should be keeping a log sheet or a diary of what triggers these symptoms, your reactions, what attempts you make to control the environment, your response to treatment, and you should be giving it to your physician. Now, what's also important are the episodes when you're not having these episodes, because during these episodes, the disability carrier is going to say, you're not disabled and you can work. Or they may look to terms in a disability policy that deal with reasonable accommodation and say, in the terms of this policy, if there are reasonable accommodations that could be made by your employer, like maybe even working from home, you are not disabled. You need to understand the terms of your disability policy before you stop work and apply for benefits. You need to understand what's in your medical records. You need to understand what you have to prove to get the disability benefits you deserve because of a mast cell disease reaction. If you have any questions, call me today at 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation. I can help you get the disability benefits you deserve regardless of where you live in the United States and regardless of who your disability carrier might be.